Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So I'm just showing you the training structure or what we'll be covering as part of ServiceNow HR training. So this course is pretty much same to what ServiceNow provides as a service HR fundamentals training. Okay. So first we'll be reviewing the HRSM or HRSD, like it can be called both, uh, service management or service delivery. So we'll be reviewing the, we will be, just a second. Okay. So we'll be reviewing the different plugins required as part of HRSD solution. So HRSD has multiple plugins that we need to install. So like first is about the core application that we have for ServiceNow. Then we need it for lifecycle events, employee lifecycle events. And then we need to for documents or to migrate the data from legacy to this HR solution. So there are multiple plugins that are required as part of this overall service delivery solution. So we learn about the plugins and what's their uses. Then HR table structure. HR table structure consists of like HR has plenty of tables. If you see, HR has one core case table, and then based on the employee skill or what you can say a request type, we have different tables used to manage. So like we have one task table that is a core table, and then we have extended tables for that. So it has like the payroll or employee retention or employee onboarding. So these are different types of cases we have for different people. So to manage that, we have different tables. So we learn about the HR table structure, how that works. And then it's again, HR is a scope tab. So everything that we configure or we create custom for this solution has to be in this particular scope. So we learn about the application scoping. Then we have HR properties, or those needs to be configured. So these properties are again organization specific. So we learn about those properties, and then we have certain HR criteria. So HR criteria is something like we can manage the visibility to certain employees or certain uh, what do you say, certain workers who can see the cases and all. So this is a kind of a user criteria that we have generally. So HR criteria. Then we have document templates and manage lists. So it is about like when we onboard an employee, we need to send certain list of documents. Those needs to be signed or those needs to be approved by someone. So how we can configure those templates so that whenever it's required, we can use it. Then we are going to manage the HR services. So HR services is nothing but kind of a, a catalog item, or what you can say. It's a service that it provides to its employees. So kind of you need to apply for leaves, or you need to revert your leaves, or you can say you need to you have some query about the salary or tax deduction. So these are different services that HR provides. So, like we have plenty of them. These are just examples. So we can configure different HR services. So again, we can categorize them using different categories. Then we can configure HR service catalogs. So by default, it has a single catalog, but again, we can configure catalogs as per the organization needs and different items under it. Okay. Then to summarize this, like we will be having we do have a HR service portal, so we'll be learning about the branding or configuring the HR service portal. We won't go it from scratch how service portal works, but related to the specifically related to the HR service portal. Okay, how we can customize it or what are things are under HR service portal. Then we'll learn about how different HR group skills and roles. So again, in HR module, we have a skill associated with an employee or a skill associated with an worker. So every HR cannot have a solution for all your problems, right? So we have different skills of HR. Some of them may be related to the payroll, some of them may be related to the leaves, some are maybe related to the onboarding, offboarding of the employee. So there are different skills and how we can assign cases based on the skills to different HR teams or HR groups that we will learn. And then we have HR roles. What are different roles we have in HR? So HR has like 20 lot of roles, custom roles created for this particular application. Then we learn about the assignment rules. Assignment rules is something how we can assign the cases automatically to certain groups. So that we will cover. Uh, Again, this is HR services, as I explained, HR services, catalog items, record producers that will be creating as part of this training or will be learning as part of this training. And then we have HR service portal branding. So the out of the box with HR module, they provide us the service portal. It's just that we have to brand it as per our requirement or organization's requirement. Okay. So this is pretty much about the core configuration of HR. Then we'll be learning about the knowledge articles or knowledge management life cycle. So HR has a lot of knowledge articles that knowledge base or knowledge articles is one of the key aspect of the HR module, where will be creating a lot of HR articles and will be managing throughout its life cycle, like from draft to publish and then retire. So entire life cycle will learn about it, how those knowledge articles are used or how employees can search knowledge articles while raising the cases and all. Okay. And then we'll exploring the skills and so as I said, like HR has different skills, right? So we'll be auto assigning of the HR cases based on their skills. We'll be learning that how we can do that. Then we learn about the employee profile. So user record in ServiceNow stores certain details about the employees, right? So, but with HR, we have some additional data that is stored in the employee profiles, and those profiles again doesn't have full access to even administrators. So it is as it's a scope tag. HR admin will only have the data, information about the employee profiles, which can be, you can say, confidential, or we can have the security constraints on it so that not everyone can see the profile information. So we'll learn about that as well. Then we'll have some what do you say a demo or hands-on session on the HR case management, how we can configure that, or what all different case types we have, how we can configure the HR surveys in ServiceNow. And we'll basically have a hands-on session. We'll have during training, we'll have hands-on on configuration. And then we'll go to the reporting and dashboards. So reporting and dashboards is kind of where we will learn different, like out of the box it provides pretty much a lot of dashboards and reports as well, but again, as per our requirements, we can customize those dashboards or those reports, and we can restrict the visibility of it. Okay, so this is pretty much covers the fundamental ServiceNow HR training. Any doubts on this?
No. Gone.
Okay, so I think this we will be covering. So do you have anything else specifically you are looking at the training? Like we do have the HR integrations also. We do have HR lifecycle events also. So like HR is, this is fundamental training that I'm displaying as of now. But we do have other modules of the HR also. So are you looking for any specific integration as part of training?
No, actually, like I just want to know, like, can you give my any like real time scenarios or something like that so I'll understand it better?
Real-time scenarios in the sense?
Like how they use it, like how it is implemented. Like because I don't know, I don't have any idea about this HR module. Like I worked on ITSM. I have some experience on
Mm-hmm.
ITSM, but I never know how they are going to implement this HR module, or how it is used in a company, or like in a real time. I don't know. Like I don't know anything about this module.
Okay, so let me show it to you my dev instance. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see my dev instance?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we do have the HR Service Delivery plugin activated in the instance. So if I search for the HR, so you'll see a different, like plenty of modules related to the HR. Okay. So all this belongs to HR. So as I said, one of them is a case management. So case management is kind of the way we have in ITSM, the way we have incidents, or you can say, yeah, incident is one of part, right? User raise a query or a request, RITM, where user requests something. So similarly, we do have it in HR. So where you can raise your issues or you can request something new. So this is called the case in ServiceNow, in HR specific terminology. Okay.
Okay.
So we do have different case types, as I said. So we have like you can see here we have employee relations cases, we have HR IT cases, we have payroll related cases, we have talent management related cases, we have rewards related or workforce administration. So these are like pretty much out of the box case types. But again, we can configure it a custom table also if required. If we have something different case types defined in the organization, we can configure those case types as well. Okay. So these are different types of cases. So you can say this, if I open one of them just to show demo data. Yeah. So this is employee relations. As you can see, it's like it's classified based on the skill of the employee or the case type that we have raised, and it comes under the employee relations case. Like while at the end user, when I'm raising a case, I don't see these different options. It is automatically divided. When you raise a case under different categories, so you can see it here. Skill is the employee relations, right? So this is automatically designed based on the case that you raise. So this is the configuration that we will do as part of this implementation of HRSD. Okay. So these are different cases. Then we under cases we have different tasks assigned to different people. So you can see HR tasks. So this is one thing. Then we have HR profiles. HR profiles, like it has a different information. Huh? So one of them is like we general user record that we store in ServiceNow. Okay. So then we have beneficiaries. So as part of organization, we do have a beneficiary configuration, right? So that those are stored in different tables. We do have then medical benefits of the employee, kind of you can say a medical insurance of an employee. So that is also well stored under health benefits or insurance benefits, you can say. Then we have retirement benefits, what user will be getting as part of a retirement. Then compensation details, disability. So these are different information related to the employee that HR has. So these are again different modules, and this is restricted information which is just visible to HR, not to every other admin as well as any other user in the company. Okay, so this is about HR profiles that we store. Then we have different integrations that we configure with HR module. The general integration that we have is a workday integration, which has employees, departments, or in-out timings. So that those are stored in workday. So so this is out of the box integration that we have. But again, we can customize and have integration with any tool which supports REST or SOAP APIs. Even we can have the scripted REST APIs configured for any integration required. Okay.
Okay.
So this is HR integration. Then we have this is HR administration. So as I said, we can so this is everything admin activity of HR. So in ServiceNow, like if you have to configure something, right, you don't have to go outside the scope tab. So suppose if you have to configure any SLA, you can configure it right here. If we have to configure some email contents or we have to configure certain properties, we can configure it here. Then, as I said, HR criteria, it's kind of a user criteria where we can restrict the visibility or we can restrict the access to different employees. Right. So again, and then we have certain configuration, core of excellence or related configurations, any ACL configurations, case creation configuration. So all the admin activities we can configure it here. except those business rules and client scripts. So those will be at their place only. It's just that this is related to the HR specific administration. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have the HR surveys, different surveys, as I said, like we can send it to the employee whenever their case is resolved. We can send the surveys to the employees asking about about the feedback. So we can configure those surveys here. Then we have something managed list. Managed list is kind of related records of related to the HR case or HR profile. So like departments, locations, positions, relationships, benefit types of that employee will be getting. So we have different managed list here. You can see. So these are different related records of an employee profile or a HR case. Okay. Then we have this knowledge management. As I said, we will be having plenty of knowledge articles that are used in HR module. So we'll be having those knowledge articles here and its entire process. Then HR services. HR services is something like we have different categories or different services that HR provides to an employee. So it's related to compensation, it's related to the health insurance, it's about leaves, it's about payroll. So these are different services that HR provide to the employees. So that configuration we can configure it here. Then we have HR roles, for different HR roles. And these are not the system roles, but these are HR roles. HR roles in the sense, if I show you one of them. So we can assign a different roles. Okay, so these are the employee career. So this is employee career is a role, HR role. Okay, and it has 4 employees in it. So we can assign different these HR roles to different HR administrators or HR users. So suppose a company has like 20 HRs in place. So not every HR solves each and every problem. So it's divided. Few HRs will be solving the payroll related. Few HRs will be solving the cases related to the workforce administration. Few of them onboarding, offboarding. So we can have like hiring is one of the roles. So we can assign this role to the HR administrator, and accordingly cases would be assigned to them. Okay. So this is about roles, and then we have branding of service portal. So out of the box, it provides the service portal to raise the cases. So employees don't have to log into service now. They can go to the portal and raise the cases, and then we can do certain configuration related to its branding and all. And then we have the assignment rules. So again, as I said, based on different roles, cases are different skills, cases are assigned. So we have the assignment rules or matching rules configured for that. So we need to configure these in order to so that the case types are assigned to appropriate HR. So this is about HR assignment rules, and then we have dashboards and reports. It like as I said, it pretty much provides plenty of dashboards and reports. But again, we can customize these things. Then we have a life cycle event. So it's altogether a different module. Life cycle event is like from onboarding of an employee to the leaving employee. So we have different events those are triggered. So like when you join an organization, before joining you need to perform some formalities, right? On the day of joining we need to perform certain formalities, or after certain period like 2-3 months you need to complete certain trainings, or during your lifestyle your stay at a company you need to perform certain activities, like you need to complete yearly training, or you need to accept code of conduct every year. So this is kind of certain life cycle events of an employee which are triggered during entire tenure in a company, right? Or at the day of leaving you need to perform certain activities, right? So these are called as a life cycle event. So it's altogether a different module of HR. So out of the box it provides onboarding, offboarding events, but we can have different life cycle events configured as well. And then performance analytics is nothing but just indicators or thresholds or configuration related to the performance analytics. Again, this doesn't come under fundamental, but it is about customization of existing uh, uh, indicators that are available with the performance analytics. Okay, so this is pretty much about the HR. It has plenty more things, but when we drill down, we'll get more knowledge about it. Any queries on this?
No, actually.
Okay. So this is this. Are you clear? Like, do you got a bit idea about the HR module, how it is? Like, you may not have the full idea how it entirely works, but different modules or different what you can subcategories or categories in the HR.
So are there any prerequisites to start this module, or like is it okay? Like I know some ITSM, I have worked on that. I know some integrations. I've done integration. Uh, but
Okay.
I this is the first time like about HR or in like I've never worked on this. Like are there any prerequisites for this like HR module?
So have you you do have admin knowledge, right, in ServiceNow?
Yeah, I
You
have.
perform the administration activities or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then I think that's the pretty much. If you know the administration thing, then yeah. So it's altogether similar to ITSM, but the concept is different. Like concept is you can say the same as ITSM. In ITSM we have incident request, right? Here we have
Yeah.
the cases. So the configuration wise it's pretty same. Only thing is it's entirely a scope tab and it has its own configuration and restrictions as well.
Okay. So after this completion of the training, can I take the certification? Is it possible I can do that?
I think so, but you need to have certain hands-on experience before you take the certification. Training will cover the course, but again, the certification has like it covers the practical knowledge also. So I think you need to have certain configurations that need to be completed as part of training. Basically, you need to have hands-on. You need to go through each and every module or each and every, because what happens in service now. So what they do is in HR certification they ask if I say there is a choice field. Okay, it has certain 3-4 choices. Okay, so as part of training we may not go for those 3-4 choices each and every choice of that field, right? But in exams sometimes they ask question about if I select this particular choice what happens or what why we select that choice. So these kind of questions come for the HR module. So you need to go through each and every detail before you appear for the certification. But yes, this training provides you the knowledge of the HR module. Then you need to have certain hands-on by creating different cases, different properties, by setting different properties or how it works, and then probably you can appear.
Okay. Okay. So how many days does it take to complete this?
Like generally we have it in 16 hours of training, you can say this is. So it can be, we can have it like 1 hour a day, or probably on weekends we can, if you are available on weekends, we can have it more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everything is
Okay, okay, okay then. Nilim, over to you.
Yeah, Pavan. Yeah. Someone also is there. Raj, do you have any queries? You can ask him.
Yeah, no queries.
Okay. Rahul, is everything clear?
Daniel.
Yeah, okay, fine. Then we can wrap up this session for today.
Yep. Okay then. Thank you Nilima, thank you Rahul, thank you Raj.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pavan. Thank you so much.
Bye.